Okay, good morning my dear students. Okay, today we are going to deal the chapter, okay na, which is the first semester of our syllabus. Okay na, the first chapter name is the atomic structure. Okay na, we are going to deal the, okay, what is the structure of atom. Okay, what is the structure of atom? Before going to deal the structure of the atom, we have to know the historical background of the atom or atomic structure. Okay, here the research were begin at 500 BC, earlier days. Okay, na 500 BC. 500 BC means approximately the 2000 years back. The research scholars were begin the research on the matter. They started research on the matter. Okay na, here the matter consists of what? Okay na, the matter made up of what? That is the question, okay na, is there on the mind of the research scholars. Okay na, at that time 500 BC, okay na, Indian and Greek philosophers, okay na, research on the, okay na, matter consists what and matter made up of with what. Okay na, here okay na, they were assumed here matter consists of smallest particle. Matter consists of what? Matter consists of, for example, I am taking matter. Okay na, this is the matter, anything you have to take. Matter consists, okay na, smallest particle, teeny particle. This teeny particle is considered as a atom. This teeny particle is considered as a atom. Okay na, here in our book mentioned, okay na, Indian Greek philosophers, okay na, our Indian, okay na, the most important philosopher, the philosopher name is the Kanva Maharshi. The Kanva Maharshi, he proposed, okay na, the matter consists of, you have to take any matter, that matter consists of very small, okay na, particle. That small particle is called as, okay na, Paramanu. But it is not mentioned in our book. But he given, okay na, all books are mentioned, Greek philosophers who are given the theories, okay na, the experiments, they are given in our book. Okay na, the Greek philosophers, okay na, Democritus who researched on the, okay na, the matter consists of what? Okay na, matter consists of the smallest particles. Okay na, he said. And here the British scientist John Dalton, he gave the first theory of atom. Okay, before going to that one, okay na, Indian Greek philosophers are assumed, they are viewed, okay na, their point of view, okay na, the atoms are fundamental building blocks of matter. Atoms are fundamental building blocks of matter. That is the first point. And second point, you have to take any matter, okay na, you have to take any matter, okay na, the continuous subdivisions, okay na, would yield, okay na, atom. Continuous subdivisions will yield the atom. Okay na, they are considered, okay na, this one, okay na, they are taken, okay na, the atom word, okay na, derived from atomio. Atomio is the Greek word. Atomio means, okay, uncuttable or non-divisible or indivisible, non-divisible. Okay, right. Here after, okay, here the Indian Greek philosophers are researched on the, okay na, matter, and they proposed, okay, what matter consists of the very teeny particle, smallest particle. That smallest particle is the atom, but no experiments were done. At that time the technology is not there, no experiments were done at that time. Okay na, that is the very dormant stage, okay na. 17th century, 18th century, it is a very dormant stage, no research was done, okay na. The dormant stage, okay na, their ideas are only speculations, okay na, right. And here the end of the 19th century and starting of the 20th century, the experimental observations are done, okay na. At that time, okay na, they are not, Indian Greek philosophers are not given, okay na, experimental results, okay na. First atomic theory of matter proposed experimentally or scientifically by John Dalton. That's why, okay na, these theories are not considered, okay na. The first atomic theory is proposed by John Dalton, that credit goes to John Dalton, okay na. First atomic theory is the John Dalton's atomic theory, okay na. I am going to atomic theory, first atomic theory, the first atomic theory is the John Dalton atomic theory, okay na, Rafi. Okay, next, Dalton's atomic theory, Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, Dalton's, okay na, in 1808 was a British physicist, okay na, introduced the first atomic theory scientifically, okay na. According to him, okay na, atom is the smallest particle, or ultimate particle of matter, It is the, okay na, here matter consists of smallest particle or ultimate particle of matter is considered as a atom, okay na, right. Here according to him, okay na, it is a hard and spherical particle, hard and spherical particle. And according to him, here the subdivision of atom, okay na, further subdivision of atom is not possible, okay na, further subdivision of the atom is not possible, okay na. Why? Because of it is the smallest one, further division is not possible, okay na. Further division into simpler particles is not possible, okay na. He said like that manner. In 20th century, okay na, the experiments were done and they proved that the atom, okay na, that tiniest atom also further divisible, okay na, divisible into, okay na, subatomic particles. That subatomic particles are electron, and second one proton, and third one is a neutron, okay na. Atom again divided into, okay na, simpler particles. That simpler particles are, okay na, subatomic particles, okay na. That first one is the electron, second one is the proton, third one is the neutron, okay na. Next we are going to deal the discovery of the electron, discovery of the proton, discovery of the neutron, okay na. Electron indicated with small e and proton indicated with p and neutron indicated with n, okay na. Here we are going to, okay na, deal the discovery of the electron followed by discovery of the proton followed by discovery of the neutron, okay, right. Note it down. Continuation. Here discovery of electron, okay na. Here this experiment, okay na, discovery of electron experiment method name is the cathode ray discharge tube experiment, okay na, cathode ray discharge tube experiment, okay na. Here the electron discovered by J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson. Okay na? Discovered by J.J. Thomson. Okay, here the experiment carried out in a cathode ray discharge tube. Okay na? Cathode ray discharge tube. First of all, we discuss about the which is called as cathode ray discharge tube. Okay na? Here the William Crookes. Okay na? William Crookes is the scientist. Okay na? Okay, before the okay na J.J. Thomson, he prepared the glass tube. Okay, the glass tube sealed. Okay na, two ends are sealed with metallic plates. Okay na, he observed. Okay na, he done experiments on okay na the gas which is filled in a okay na discharge tube, and he subjected okay na that gas with electricity. Okay, right. The tubes okay na also used by J.J. Thomson. Okay na, here I am taking the experimental tube. Here I am taking one glass tube. This is the hard glass tube. Okay, hard glass tube sealed with two ends. Okay na, this is the one end, this is the another end. These two ends are sealed with okay na metallic plates. Okay na, this is the first metallic plate, this is the second metallic plate. Okay na, when the metallic plates are attached to the battery, when the metallic plates are attached to the battery symbol I am writing here, this is the battery symbol of the battery, battery. Okay na, when these two metal plates are attached to the battery, these metal plates are considered as a electrodes. One is act as a positive, another is act as a negative. Okay na, here the negative plate, this is the negative plate. Okay na, here negative plate, the negative plate name is the cathode. This is the cathode, and here this is having the positive charge. Okay na, the name of the electric plate is considered as a anode. Okay na, anode. Okay na, this is the tube. Okay na, tube sealed with two metallic plates. Okay na, these metallic plates are connected to the battery. When they are connected to the battery, these metallic plates are called as a okay na, which is carrying the negative charge, that is considered as a cathode, and which is carrying the positive charge, that is considered as a anode. And here one exhausted okay na pump is there. This is considered as a vacuum pump. Okay na, vacuum pump. What is the use of the vacuum pump? I will discuss later. Okay, here we are taking the vacuum pump. Okay, right here, look at here, I am filling the gas. Okay na, I am taking the gas. Okay na, this glass tube filled with gas. Okay na, this glass tube is filled with what? Gas tube filled with gas, any gas. For example, I am taking the hydrogen gas. Okay na, hydrogen gas filled in this tube. Okay na, here at that time, okay, I am switching the battery. Okay, right here, okay, I am switching the battery. Okay na, electricity passing through the gas. Okay na, nothing is observed. Okay na, here the in cathode ray discharge tube experiment, electric discharge through the gases will be observed certain conditions only. Okay na, this electricity is passed. Okay na, I am taking here gas. Okay na, gas is visible to us? No, that's why I am not writing the gas. Okay, right here the electricity discharge through the gas okay na is observed, not observed. Okay na, here two conditions are there. When electricity is discharged through the gas, okay na, two conditions are there. The first condition is the high voltage. First condition, high voltage. I am taking the voltage is 10,000 volts. Okay na, 10,000 volts. We are taking the okay na, the high power. Okay na, and here this vacuum pump is used to okay na, decreasing the pressure. I am decreasing the pressure in the tube containing the gas. Okay, na? I am decreasing the pressure by using the vacuum pump. Okay, here we are using the first condition is the high voltage, second condition is the very low pressure, very low pressure. It may be 10 to the power minus 4, very low, 10 to the power minus 4 mm of Hg. I am taking this much less of the pressure taken in a discharge tube. At that time I am passing the electricity through the this discharge tube. Okay, na? I am switching on the battery. At that time the electricity passing, and here some rays are passed, here from the cathode towards the anode. Some rays are passing cathode, from the cathode towards the anode. The rays are travelled. Okay, na? How the rays are travelled? Okay, na? The rays are invisible to us. Okay, na? The rays are invisible to us. At that time here one end, here we are taking the modified cathode ray discharge tube. Modified. Here one end, anode side end, we are taking the fluorescent screen. Fluorescent screen. And another thing, I am taking the anode, perforated anode. Okay, na? I am taking the anode, perforated anode. Perforated means which having the holes. Okay, na? Perforated anode. Okay, na? What is observed here? The stream of particles which are started from the cathode and travel towards the anode. Okay, na? The beam of the particles or stream of the particles which are started from the cathode and which are, here which are passed towards the anode. Okay, na? That's why this rays, stream of particles are called as cathode rays. This stream of particles are called as, these rays are called as cathode rays. Why they are called as a cathode rays? Why? Because of they are started from, started from cathode and moved towards the anode. Where they are, from where they are started? They are started from the cathode. That's why the rays are considered as a cathode rays. Okay, right. This is the observation. Okay, here the cathode rays are traveled from cathode to anode, and here these rays are there or not. Okay, the rays are not visible to us. Okay, here the rays are passed and they are traveled through the perforated anode. Okay, na? Through these holes they are strike on the fluorescent screen. Okay, na? Here they glows. The fluorescent screen glows. Okay, na? What is the nature of the fluorescent screen? Any charged or any particles, any rays, here cathode rays are there. Any rays are hitted or any rays are struck on the fluorescent screen, it can be glow. It means what? Here some rays are there, they are generated at cathode, they are moved towards the anode. That is confirmed by using the fluorescent screen. And another thing, this is the first thing, properties of the, I am writing here properties of which one? Properties of the cathode rays. Okay, properties of the cathode rays. Okay, first thing is the cathode rays are generated at cathode and they are moved towards the anode. That is the first point. And second point, they are themselves not visible. But they are having the behavior. From their behavior, their behavior can be observed by using the fluorescent screen or phosphorescent screen or materials. Why? Because of these rays are hitted on the fluorescent screen or phosphorescent screen, okay na, at that time, okay na, they can glow. Example is the, okay na, old televisions, okay na, television containing the discharge ray tube, okay na, in the discharge ray tube, same like this manner, okay na, the cathode rays which are moved towards the, okay na, screen, okay na, the screen is coated with the fluorescent, okay na, when they are heated, okay na, the TV works and the pictures are we are seeing, okay, right. This is the second point. And third point is the, here the rays are having the high velocity, they are moved with very high velocity and they are straight lines, they are moving in a straight lines. That is the third point, they are moving in a straight lines. When in the absence of electrical and magnetical field, okay na, in the absence of the electrical magnetic field, they are passed with, okay na, they are passed, okay na, straight lines. This is the third point, okay na, right. Here another thing here, these are the rays, these rays travel from the cathode to anode. But here one observation, here cathode rays consist of the negative charged particles. Somebody says like this manner, okay na, cathode rays consist of the negative charged particle. How we are confirm the cathode rays consist of the negative charged particles? Why? Because of here we have to know the chemistry or physics point of view. Here the same charges or similar charges repel with each other. Same charges means positive charge repels, negative charge repels, okay na, same charges are repels. But here the rays are started where negative charge end, cathode, okay na, negative charge end, move towards where, move towards the positive charge, okay na, move towards the positive charge. Here another thing also there, here same charges are repelled, but here these rays are attracted by positive, okay na, it may not be repel. Meaning of that, here negative and positive charges are attracted. Here positive charge will attract the negative charge only, okay na, positive charge attract the negative charge. Here anode is the positive, it attract what? Negative only. If any positive charged particles are there, it can repel. But here through the holes, perforated anode means what? Through the holes the rays are moving clearly. That means what? Here through the positive charge attract the negative charge only. Negative charged particles are moving through the perforated, which one? Perforated anode. That's why this cathode rays consist of the negative charged particles. Later these negative charged particles are named as electrons. One thing also there, okay na, we may not confirm, okay na, these rays are having the negative charge, positive charge, okay na, cathode rays are negative or positive. We are confirmed with electric magnetic field also, that is the fourth point, okay na. When absence of the electric magnetic field, they are passed straight lines, okay. Here small modification, okay na, I am taking here, okay, here the tube, okay, here the tube, here I am taking the cathode, okay, here I am okay na, taking the electric field, okay. An electric field means two plates are there, okay na. One plate is the positive charge, another plate is the negative charge, which is attached to electricity, okay na. Electric field, okay na, in between positive and negative plate, the electric field is generated. Here electric field is generated. Here what we know, cathode rays are generated here, okay na. Cathode rays are generated here and here, okay na, right. Look at here, cathode rays are generated here. For example, I am taking here positive, here negative. Okay, now where you have to take, that is a no, not a problem, not an issue, where you are taking the positive, where you are taking the negative. But concept is the important one. Here, cathode rays, okay, na, cathode rays, okay, na, they are straight lines. But here, which field we are introduced? We are introduced the electric field. At that time, okay, na, they are deflected. They are deflected towards the positive charge. Means what? Here positive charge attracted what? Positive charge attracted negative. This rays consist of negative charge. Okay, na? It is confirmed by using the electric field. Okay, na? Upon the, okay, na? Which one? Upon the cathode ray discharge tube. Okay, na? These cathode rays are deflected towards, okay, na, bending towards, attracting towards the, okay, na, positive charge. That's why this rays must be contain the negative charge. Okay, na? That is confirmed. And here another thing, okay, na? Another thing is also there. Here, look at here. Sir, how negative charges, okay, na, these rays are produced? Okay, na? What is the main concept behind this one? Okay, na? I am telling that one. Okay, na? You have listen carefully. Okay, here I am taking the gas. Okay, na? Here I am taking the gas. This gas is subjected to the electricity. Okay, na? I am discharging the electricity through the gas. Okay, na? First of all, I am using the high voltage. Why I am using the high voltage? I am using the low pressure. Why I am using the low pressure? Why? Because of here the metals are good conductors. Okay, na? Metals are good conductors. Here I am taking the metal. No, I am taking the gas. Okay, na? Here what happen? Here I am taking this. For example, I am this tube filled with hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is there. Okay, na? Hydrogen bond hydrogen. I am passing the high voltage, 10,000 volts of electricity power is passed through the hydrogen gas. At that time, the hydrogen bond is a breakdown, and to produce how many number of hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens are there, and carrying positive charge. Here it will produce the negative charge. Okay, na? These negative charges are produced here. The negative charged we are called as what? Negative charged particles, stream of negative charged particles are called as what? Cathode rays. These cathode rays are nothing but okay, na? Here hydrogen gas is there. Okay, na? Hydrogen. Why we are observing the cathode rays? Why? Because of the gas ionization takes place at low pressure and high voltage. We are giving the high voltage, high energy. Okay, na? Here the high energy, at that high energy the gas going to ionize, and they can give the electrons, negative charged particles. Negative charged particles are generated. They having the nature negative, okay, na? They readily attract towards the positive. That's why they are moved towards the anode and heated on the fluorescent screen. We can observe by the glow. Okay, na? Shiny nature is observed here. Okay, na? That's why we are, oh, something is there in this one. Okay, na? We are observing like that manner. And another thing also there. Okay, here we are kept, okay, na, one pedal wheel. Okay, na? One pedal wheel. Okay, na? This race, okay, na, travel with, okay, na? These charged particles are travel with high velocity. They can rotate this wheel. They can rotate these wheels means it having the some mass. They having the some mass. Okay, here they having the some mass, and they having some energy and some kinetic energy. Okay, na? Right, here the particles are there, electron. Okay, na? Electron, the particle having the how much mass that can be discovered. Okay, na? That can be discussed later. And I am going to next one. Okay, na? Next 6th point, the most important point. Don't need to worry, I am not writing the points. I am clearly given notes to you. I am provided notes to you in link. Okay, na? I am personally sent to you. Okay, na? Don't worry about that one. Next I am going to the 6th point. 6th point, here the nature of the gas. Okay, na? Here we are filling the gas. Yes or no? Right. Here we are filling the gas. The nature of the gas, okay na? Nature of the gas, okay na? We are taking the, for example, I am taking the hydrogen gas first time. The second time I am taking the helium gas. Okay na? The nature of the gas means different gases are I am taking. Okay na? Here this cathode rays or electrons are not depend. Okay na? Are not depend upon the nature of the gas filled in the discharge tube. And next one, okay na? And nature of the electrodes, which metal plates are taken in the this one. For example, first time I am taking the iron plates, second time I am taking the copper plates. Okay na? They are not depend which material, which cathode is taken, which material of cathode is taken, which material of the anode is taken. They are not depends upon the nature of the material is taken, okay na, as a cathode, as a anode. And nature of which gas I am taking, the hydrogen gas or helium gas, okay na, they are not depends upon the which one, they are not depends upon the nature of the gas and material of the cathode or material of the anode, and which electrodes we are taken, which type of electrodes are we are taken, they are not depends upon that one. Okay, that is thing. Sir, why they are not depend upon that one? That is the main important thing. Why? Because of the electrons. For example, I am taking the hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas produce what? Electron. And I am taking the helium. Here helium ionized to give He plus 2 electrons. Here I am taking the gas hydrogen gas, that time also produced electron. Here I am taking the helium gas, that time also it will produce what? It will produce the electron. What is the difference between this electron and this electron? Nothing is there. Both electrons are same. They are having the identical. Sir, how to know they are identical? Here the most important concept is the charge to mass ratio. Here charge to mass ratio, charge of the electron minus 1.6022 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. And mass is the 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Okay na? For this electron, charge to mass ratio is this one. And for helium produced electron also having the charge to mass ratio same one. Okay na? This is solving this one, we get the, okay na, here 1.75 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Okay na? Here charge to mass ratio of this electron same. Means here we are taking the another gas. You have to take any gas, but electron is the same. Okay na? You have to take any gas containing the atom containing the electron. The electrons are same, identical one. Okay na? Here that's why mass to charge. Here for example, hydrogen containing the electron, helium containing the electron is the different one. At that time we can observe the different charge to mass ratio, but we are not observing the different charge to mass ratio. Meaning of that one what? Meaning of that one, okay na, they are identical, they are same. Okay na? Here